Hey everybody, Harry Newhand here. November 1st, 2021. So, thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited. Got some good stuff I want to share with you today. This is our kickoff show for the new direction the Facebook group is going into with network marketing and multi-level marketing. And the number one, in my experience, the number one reason why most people fail in business, particularly network marketing, I want to share with you tonight because it almost got me. It almost got me because I was in that frame. Most people start network marketing part time. Most people start part time, and most people stay part time. Very few people ever go full time, just because they haven't been able to replace their full time income working part time. So again, this happened to me back when I was younger. I came from the restaurant business in my 20s, my late 20s, mid to late 20s, and got into network marketing back then, and health, fitness, and nutrition company. And the first year and a half, I was part time. I was part time because I didn't know how to do sales. I didn't know anything about nutrition. I didn't have any support structure, support system around me. There was a buddy from mine in Houston called me up and recruited me. He'd only been in 3 weeks, actually a week. He quit 3 weeks later. The guy that had sponsored him was another buddy, and he quit a month later, and the one above him quit a year and a half later. I mean, it's like everybody was quitting. I ended up rolling up 6 spots to the person that ended up mentoring me. And I was blessed and fortunate. Didn't understand it at the time, didn't realize it at the time, but I was blessed and fortunate that they took an interest in me because I had the right attitude, I had the right mindset, I had the right energy. I had the desire, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. Whether you have any upline support or downline support or crossline or company support, the number one reason I believe that most people don't reach their full potential in network marketing, and many of them quit or leave because of it. It's not that they fail; it's just that they don't grasp this concept. And the concept is learning how to employ yourself. You see, when we grow up with a job, I mean, the whole public school system was designed back in the early 1900s as a way to educate the next workforce that was going to be able to get the jobs for the industrial revolution that was exploding out of the 1800s and into the 1900s with the auto industry and the manufacturing industry. So they were educating basic education for the populace to get jobs. They didn't teach entrepreneurship. They didn't teach owning your own business. They didn't teach how to employ yourself. So learning how to employ yourself is not something that, in most cases, is natural. Some cases it is. You'll see some people that are naturally born to it, but most people aren't. And we get that 9 to 5 job or that quote unquote job, and that security. You get a 9 to 5, 5 hours, 5 days a week, 40 hours. You work for 20 years, you get a pension. That quote unquote security. And it was in network marketing, and it was in my 20s. Once I went full time, I started getting around the right people, started getting around different people. I shouldn't say the right people, but different people, and a different mindset. And I realized that most people don't learn how to employ themselves or don't know how. And like I said, I got trapped in that. I got into it where I wasn't making enough money part time to quit my full time job. And I made the mistake of quitting my full time job anyway and going full time before I was ready. Now, it obviously worked out later on because I got around the right people, got the education, and started reading the books and paying the price and sacrificing the things that needed to be sacrificed to be successful. But employing yourself is essential. And here's why. Here's where it goes. So we're used to punching a clock. Well, when you're your own boss and you don't have to go anywhere to go to work and you're working out of your home, and this has never been more apparent than the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, where we have COVID. People are at home. The last that amount of time, more people joined the network marketing direct sales industry than any other 18-month period that I know of in history. because they're at home. They're looking for something to do. They're looking for a supplemental income. They're looking to protect themselves against something like this ever happening again. So they started network marketing. The challenge that we have is that, again, it's not 9 to 5. It's work whenever you want, as much as you want, as much as you care that you want. So if you don't have the habits, it's a whole different set of habits. If you don't have the habits of actually tricking your mind and pretending like you're punching a clock, or being accountable to yourself and working it like it's a job, then you're setting yourself up for the least amount of success. So it's critical and essential that you, if you're going to work it part-time, great, work it with a full-time attitude. If you set aside so many hours a day, then you work at those hours. You don't get distracted by the TV, don't get distracted by the refrigerator, don't get distracted by the family and all the noise that's going on around you, because that will take you off your game, that will take you off your track, that will prevent you from hitting the marks that you set for yourself, that you want to hit and that you need to hit. So if you want to replace your full-time income by working part-time, it's essential and critical to be able to employ yourself and have this entrepreneurial mindset, because entrepreneurialism, like I said, most people are not brought up with it. They don't have those disciplines. They're accountable to somebody else. They punch a clock, they're on the job, they do their job, they punch out and they go home, and in most cases, they forget about what was going on at work, and they take care of their family and do whatever they're going to do. They play the sports, or they raise their kids playing sports, and they watch a little TV, and then they go to bed and they get up the next morning and do it all over again. And when I got into getting into the entrepreneurial mindset, getting around the right people, that's when I started hearing the phrases that changed my life forever. And it wasn't just the phrases themselves, it's what went behind them, it's how I internalized them, it's how I put those into action and got to work. And that's where I heard, from Jim Rohn, for things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. Otherwise, they're not going to change and they're not going to get better. You could write a whole list of all the reasons why you're not successful. And most people won't have their own name on the list. And that's the only reason. It's you. It's not all the other reasons. Yeah, but I got this and I got this, and you wouldn't understand. Yeah, I would understand. We all have this and that. We all have things going on. We all have life that happens to us. People die in our family. People get sick in our family. People get hurt in our family. There's breakups. There's divorces. There's separations. There's children. There's activities. That's life. That's what we signed up for. Even though you didn't realize it, that's what you signed up for. That's part of the deal. So if you learn how to start chipping away and creating the disciplines and the habits to employ yourself, you are your own boss. You've got to answer to your bank account. You've got to answer to you, and you've got to learn how to pay the price of the present for the promise of the future. And that's where network marketing particularly, because I firmly believe, honestly believe, that network marketing is the average person's best chance to earn an above average income. I firmly believe that, because anybody can do it. You don't have to buy a building, you don't have to rent the building, you don't have to build fixtures, you don't have to build it out into like a restaurant, you don't have to build it out and pay for all the expense. It's minimal expense and a lot of hard work. It's minimal expense and a lot of action. And if you get into action, again, the amount of money is unlimited. See, I grew up in the restaurant business, so I understood franchising. You use somebody else's name, they advertise for you, you promote it, they promote it, and you are paying them a royalty, a percentage of your gross sales every month and every year, and you pay for their name. That's franchising. Well, network marketing is very similar, except you don't have to have all the expenses, no labor cost, no food cost, no a restaurant cost, and no branding. You pay a royalty to the people that teach and train you, and you buy the product. So a concept I want to share with you is a company itself, their only responsibility is to provide you with a high quality product that is state of the art and unquestionably good and can stand the test of testing, and then pay you in time, pay you compensation that you agree to that is equitable for the amount of work that you do, and then pay you the residuals. So that's their only responsibility. You and your responsibility is to employ yourself and go out there and go to work. So I mean, there's a lot we can go into here. I wanted to keep this short, 10 minutes or so, just so you can get the idea of this first concept. In my preview class that's coming up on November 19th, I'm going to go into more details on this. So it's a free preview class. So it's 18 days away. If you're interested in a free invitation, send me a direct message here on Facebook or respond here in the group. Let me know, and I will send you a message letting you know, giving you a free registration link. It's going to be about 45 minutes to an hour long on November 19th, and we get you that link. And register, even if you're tied up at that time, register and we'll send you the replay. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to share the 5 key things, critical things that you need to know before you can get, in my opinion, before you can get to 10,000 a month in network marketing residual income. So with that, I'll sign off. We'll get another one of these here. I'm gonna be more active than just on Monday. I'll be back here in a couple days here. We'll give you some more tips. Hopefully you like this one, and we'll go from there. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye now.